Hello there, saber people. What we have here is a review of the KAM saber by Dmitry Shtok of Shtokcustomworx. This baby's finally complete. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. You can see there's the CEX board. This is the LED that acts as a switch. Kill key that is Twisty, so you twist it to turn it on and turn it off. 10 segment bar graph that's with aluminum on the outside, and the speaker, of course. The battery pack, you have to custom make this battery pack in order for it to work, to fit everything in there. You just can't buy a battery pack that's going to fit this chassis. 3D printed chassis. We've got the Bluetooth module, HC06. This one does work with my PC. It does not work, however, with the iPhone. It would work with Android. I will probably upgrade this later to the HM13 model. That one's supposed to work with everything: PC, iPhone, Android, anything. So there you have what we've got in here. And here comes my wife and my daughter. So anyways, as you can see, you can turn it on. The LED light acts as the auxiliary switch, and the 10 segment bar graph acts as a switch as well. So we'll just ignite the saber. Inside we have a natural selenite crystal that I hand carved to fit into this saber, and it looks really nice in there, I think. I'll change the color here in just a moment so we can see the different color profiles. To change the color on CF, is you press the aux button and you power up. So let's just go to the next one.
Crystal focus.
And crystal focus, select it.
Crystal focus.
And here we go. Now we're blue. Looks pretty cool. I have to say, this is a pretty awesome saber. It really taught me a lot about saber building. I mean, 3D printed chassis. First time I've ever done a crystal chamber or a full all-in-one chassis. This thing is designed so that you can literally turn it on and use it while it's outside of the chassis. Pretty neat. You can see the crystal. Now let's just go to the next color. Okay, turn it off. You push the aux button. Turn it back on.
Selection. Crystal focus.
And oh, wrong button. Nebula. Okay, let's try nebula. I think that's green. And yeah, we got green crystal now. Really, really awesome. I had a lot of fun building this thing. I mean, it is really, really cool. This has to be the highest end saber I have ever built. So let's go to the next color. I want to try. I think I start mixing them after 3.
Sound bank selection.
Nebula.
Gray meat. Gray meat.
I think this is purple. Yeah, we got nice purple. Mirrors the blade. Looks really good in there. I have to say, this is a really awesome saber. Okay, well now I just want to show you guys how to put this thing together. Obviously the speaker, you got to take that off. This is the 10 segment barcode. You have to take that off. And you have to take these components off every time you open up the saber, or if you want to play with it while it's open, you're going to have to put those components back on. And actually this is the tightest component. Everything was press fit. There is a few places where you need to put glue, but everywhere, I mean, this thing it's really tight. Everything's really in there. Okay, so what we have is the body of the hilt, and what you have to do is you have to line up this hole with this where the bar graph goes. And if you use this as a reference, it's not exactly centered on there. So don't use this. You got to really use this guy. And you insert it from the front. Insert it from the front. And you line up that bar graph. And it's nice and snug in here. I mean, it fits really good. This thing is, it's really tight. And you'll notice that as I'm going, see how it's not quite centered. That's about what you want when you're going in with it. And see how it's starting to come through. You can see the little brass rod. It's starting to come through in the right spot. And just push it down until that bar graph is right where it needs to be. And you can see that now. Right where it needs to be. Okay, at that point, we can start putting on our other components. On this bar graph, I put a dot so that I'd know that goes towards the top, and in order for it to be correctly oriented and so that it'll light up. Otherwise, you put it the wrong way around, it's not going to light up the lights. It's going to be backwards polarity. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is put in your LED. That's also polarized, and the way I wired it, the two little holes inside there, you can see that it's the two bottom ones that I wired to, and I used the flat part goes towards the front on the polarity of the LED. The one that with the little flat, is all LEDs have a little flat, all 5 millimeters anyway, have a little flat, and that lead goes towards the front, and it's really tight in there, so you got to make sure you get it. And my eyes are terrible, but anyways, here we go. Got it. And it should look just like that. And then you have this little guy that goes on top of that. Whoops, where'd it go? There we go. And you screw that little baby on there. If I can get it to thread. There we go. And then you can see that acts as a switch. This acts as a switch. Then we place the kill key in there. And that can only go in one way. I mean, you can see those little, what do you call them, crimps. So let's put that in there. And of course, when you put it in there, you're going to power on the saber. So you want to throw your kill key back in there. And then there's a little circular insert for that. Oh, duh. Got to take the kill key out for that. And you just slap that on there and twist that down. And then you put your kill key in, so everything's good. Then your speaker goes on. You make sure you line that up with the thing. Oh, also I did not mention there's a small switch there to turn on and off the Bluetooth module, and this is very important. You cannot use the rice key or the rice port with the Bluetooth module on. You have to turn the module off, and you can only use one at any one time, just so that you know. Okay. And there, put the speaker on. That goes on very nicely. And the blade holder goes in like so. Now there is a spot for it's a what do you call it? Excuse me. There's supposed to be a little Allen wrench set screw inside here that holds everything together. I took that out just for ease for right now, so I can show you demonstration. But what you would do is you would tighten this up, and that set screw stays in there, and what happens is when you close it all up, that lines up with this hole, and you tighten down on that or tighten up on the set screw, and it locks these two pieces together. I just took that out for right now, just so that I could, ease of taking it apart and putting it back together and all that. And basically, now we have, let's light her up. I mean, I really love this saber. This thing's freaking awesome. It's got to be the best saber I've ever owned. I have to say, Dmitry, you put a lot of thought into this. This is a really, really awesome saber. If you ever get a chance to get in on a run, I'd say go for it. It's a no-brainer. This is awesome. Well, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed my video. Have a great day.